All right, good afternoon, everyone. Trust you're doing well. It's another series of our webinar, and today we're looking at office politics, decoding office politics decoded. Whichever way you decide to phrase it, it's beautiful. We need to learn how to win without playing dirty in the workplace. As I said earlier on, some people retire from organizations, from companies, or from companies without ever knowing or realizing that they never knew how the system in where they worked. So the aim is simple. It's not a conversation that we have officially, no, because they expect that nobody should teach you, you should know it yourself. But unfortunately, there are human beings that they will function in blind spots throughout their stay in organization. And because they don't have a mentor, a coach, or a sponsor, nobody will teach them that this is how this system works. So even when they find someone as a new entrant going into the system, they can't even effectively advise that this is how this place works. So our conversation is going to bother around that. If you're joining us for the very first time, you're welcome. This is home. Relax and enjoy. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Dr. Shogo. I'm a peak performance coach. I live in Lagos, Nigeria, but I'm currently in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, for official assignments. I'm a peak performance coach. I'm a corporate trainer. I've trained organizations cutting across banking, telecoms, oil and gas, name it. I'm a member of Forbes Coaches Council, a global platform for internationally vetted coaches around the world. I'm a personal advisor. I serve as personal advisor to high net worth individuals, captains of industries, CEOs, business owners, and individuals that want to scale up whatever it is they're doing. I'm a conference speaker. In my little life, I've spoken in over 15 countries and still counting. I'm a life and business strategist. I consult for small businesses. And within the past 2 years or 1.5 years, I've consulted for over 500 small businesses. That is just a little brief about me. Media mentions, I have been profiled on Forbes magazine. I've been profiled on Vanguard, The Guardian, The Nation, Kenya Television Network, Botswana TV, Botswana Radio, Mjini Radio in Tanzania, LTV, just to mention few. So let's go straight into the work for today. So we're looking at understanding office politics, and there are 5 W's in life. You have the question of what, you have the W of what, why, when, where, who, and how. So we can't talk about office politics without trying to understand and define office politics. There's no one singular definition of what office politics means because different workplaces have different realities, different cultures functioning there. But I will just try to give a broad definition that can be applicable to every organization, no matter their specialization. So when we look at office politics, we want to ask, what really is office politics? Office politics when we say office politics, is subtle. Office politics is informal. So I'm going to define it as office politics refers to the subtle, informal network of influence, relationships, and power dynamics that shapes how decisions are made in an organization. And this is usually out of formal structures. So I'm going to say it slowly again so that you capture it. I said office politics refers to the subtle, informal network of influence, relationships, and power dynamics that shapes how decisions are made in an organization. And usually this is out of the formal structures. For example, Sometimes you see an organization, they put out vacancies so that the world will not say they don't employ people, they don't put out vacancy. But the office politics inside is that people have been employed for those vacant spaces already. The vacancies are actually internal and not on paper. Sometimes there's an internal memo, sometimes there is just word of mouth within that particular system. It is office politics. And because we have been conditioned sometimes to look at the word politics negatively, I want to say to you that office politics is not always negative. Office politics is not always negative. I want to disabuse your mind. Office politics is not always negative. It simply means people dynamics that are at play in your organization. Office politics is not always negative. It just means people dynamics at play in your organization. As we delve further, please once again kindly help me share this WhatsApp link and just remind people that we're live. So when we, like I said, so our mind have been primed mostly in the negative when we hear politics generally. So I'm going to share with you kindly make two columns. So there's a difference between myth and reality. So we have some myth about office politics and politics generally, and I will just make a comparison between the myth and the reality. So on your left hand side, you have the myth. On your right hand side, you have reality. Left hand side, myth. Right hand side, reality. So for example, so let's look at myth. Number one myth is I don't do politics. I don't do politics. But the reality, on the reality side, is that you're already in politics, because even when you keep quiet, when you are silent and you don't talk, you are in a political stance. It's just like saying, I don't like making decision. But guess what, guys? Your indecision is a decision. It's like you saying, I don't like taking action. Your inaction is an action. I don't like taking risk. Not taking risk is a risk. So it's a myth when you say, I don't partake in politics, I don't do politics. You already not in politics. You already not taking, choosing to be silent is a political stance. And let me tell you, sometimes you deciding not to take a stance, sometimes you're not taking a stance is favoring some certain people, and those people might be the bad people. All right. Number two, under myth. Under myth. Only manipulative people play politics. Only manipulative people play politics. It's a myth. But the reality is that when you are strategic, when you are ethical, and you are you are influencing in an ethical manner, that is also a form of politics. Strategic ethical influence is a form of politics. Number three, under myth, hard work speaks for itself. It's a myth. In the workplace, remember all our conversation, they're going to be in the context of workplace. So hard work always speaks for itself. My love, it's a myth. But the reality is that, yes, hard work might speak, but someone needs to hear it. So visibility matters as much as ability. I love wordplay a lot. If you have ever noticed, yeah, I use a lot of wordplay in my conversations. Visibility matters as much as ability. And number four, office politics doesn't affect me. The reality that's on the other side, every promotion, every project assignment, or opportunity is actually influenced by perception. So with this, I think I have been able to convince you and differentiate between the reality and the assumptions of politics in the workplace. So the next conversation that I want to open our eyes to is toxic politics versus strategic influence. Let me quickly open your eyes to toxic politics versus strategic influence. So let's quickly look at toxic politics. Toxic politics is you gossiping about people, backbiting people, running people down so that you can gain favor before your boss. That is toxic politics. You undermining, downplaying other people's achievement, not giving them credit so that you can look good. That is a toxic politics. Number three, sucking up to leadership without delivering result. Sucking up to leadership without delivering result. That is, you are dancing around the leadership and you are not useful. But maybe you decided to become errand boy. Yeah, that is a toxic kind of politics. Withholding information so as to control power. That is toxic politics. Sabotaging other people's work behind the scenes. Those are the witches in the office. They wear suit, they use lipstick, they wear stilettos. You run other people's job down for no just cause. That is toxic politics. You see, all this behavior that I have highlighted, they create fear, they create mistrust, and also they create turnover in the workplace. I don't want to assume everybody understands what turnover is. Turnover is people resigning from the workplace. So let's look at strategic influence. Strategic influence is LD politics. Let me say that. So number one, when we look at strategic influence, you're building genuine alliances across departments. Number two, you know how to speak up at the right time, in the right place, to the right people. Number three, being visible for your work without bragging. Number four, supporting others so that you can build social capital. You see, we rise by lifting others up. Building other people does not diminish you in any way. Number five, in fact, let's look at supporting others. This just came to my mind and I just want to use it as an illustration. There's a movie by Tyler Perry making waves on Netflix now. Who can remind me the name? How many of you have seen it? Talks about single mom raising. Can anyone? I need confirmation. I can't readily remember the title now.
Straw. It's called Straw.
True. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm glad somebody is up to date. Very powerful story, very powerful movie. There's this guy called Sinbad. If you're not a Gen Z, you should know Sinbad. Sinbad used to be a popular American comedian, tall, huge, fine, wears a wig back then. But Sinbad has been bedridden, stroke, for a while. Tyler Perry looked for a role that is appropriate for him, got him into that movie. Definitely, he paid him. And one way or the other, the man will feel my talent, my gift. Someone still gave me a platform. That is building others up. It doesn't reduce Tyler Perry. It has that act alone has endeared Tyler Perry more into millions of people's heart. So I'm trying to say that in the workplace, When you lift others up, it doesn't diminish you. It's not every time that the spotlight should be on you. Sometimes let the spotlight be on someone else, especially if the credit is theirs. Stop doing like a witch. Witches don't fly again. No, they drive SUV. They use lipstick. They wear stilettos. They use perfumes. Witchcraft. We can do better in the workplace. Build others up. Don't forget what I said. I said we rise by lifting others up. It doesn't reduce us in any way. So I said building others, so you build social capital. And you know, one of the most important currency in the world is social currency, social capital, not money, not financial capital. So we looked at, then the last one is understanding decision makers and how they think. Remember, we're looking at features of strategic influence, which I said that is LD politics. I said number one, building genuine alliances across department. That is, you don't just have friends in your department alone. You have key people. So you have a friend in accounts, you have a friend in finance. So when your department needs something from finance, and you know finance in every organization, they are the superpowers. They delay money, they do this. But your own, they will not delay it. They release it on time. Why? Because you have strategic alliances. So we talked about knowing how to speak up at the right time, in the right place, and with the right people as number two. Number three, being visible for your work without bragging. Then supporting others so that you can build social capital. And the last one is understanding decision makers and how they think. You see, when we look at strategic influence, LD politics, it builds trust, it builds credibility, and it also builds upward mobility. People will advocate for you, people will speak for you. And you think you will escape if you avoid politics. I mentioned something that some people retire without understanding the system in which they worked. If we are to open the books for them, that 35 years they served, that since you did not engage in office politics, let me show you the things that you missed. They will weep. They will live in regret. Maybe they tell you, remember the other day, members from your team department, they were sent to US for a training, and everybody got a pocket money extra code of about $1,500 each, and free food and all, minus their free food and free flight and free accommodation. Your name was removed. You will cry. So because of that, I don't want you to live in regret. So let me show you why avoiding politics doesn't protect you. Avoiding office politics doesn't protect you. It sidelines you. I want you to write it down like that. Why avoiding politics doesn't protect you, then you put an iPhone, it sidelines you. So if you just think that I will just mind my business at work, I will keep doing my job, I will just face my business and stay in my lane. These are the things that can happen to you. Number one, you can get overlooked for promotions because you are not seen. That's number one. Number two, you may be unaware of key changes or power shift in your team. Number three, you can be isolated during conflict because you have no alliances. Number three, you might also miss out on strategic projects, strategic opportunities that may come through back channel discussions. So look at the four things I have highlighted. Ask yourself, do I want all this to happen to me or through my work life? But on the flip side, because every coin has two major sides, the people that understand office politics, you know what happens to them? They know who owns the influence beyond the organizational chart. They know who owns the influence beyond the organogram. That's number one. Number two, they position themselves for growth. And number three, they know how to protect their reputation before it is attacked. I will share the story of Fatima, a top performer in a telecom firm. She never spoke up in meetings. But guess what? A less qualified colleague who have successfully built informal rapport with senior leaders, she got promoted instead. Why? Because of visibility and relationship capital. She didn't have it. So she came to meet me. She said, Doc, I've not been promoted for 7 years and my colleagues have been promoted. So I asked her during our coaching session that, do you have a mentor or an advocate in your office? She snapped back at me. You needed to see it. She said, why, coach? I don't need all that. Yeah, I'm good at what I do. La, 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 la. I say, I hear you. I said, Madam, wait, see, you paid me for this coaching session. Do you want to benefit from it or you want to waste that opportunity? She said, I want to benefit from it. And she was actually frustrated. You know, when people are pushed to the wall and they are stuck, they are willing to do anything that will change their situation. So when she came to me, I asked her that, when is your next leave? So she told me, I said, when next year going for your next leave, when you are coming back from your next leave, buy a perfume and give your HOD. Then she said to me that, coach, are you saying that I should bribe him? I said, no. I mean, you went on a leave. You traveled out of the country. She went to Dubai specifically. Why not just give him and just tell him that I appreciate your leadership. Thank you for making my work easy. So she did that after much persuasion. 6 months later, she called me. She was screaming on the phone, Coach, it has happened. Coach, it has happened. I said, what happened? What happened? He said, I've been promoted. I've been promoted. Coach, send me your account number. Send me your account number. You know, she was so excited. Life lessons schools don't teach. Office place rules that are not written anywhere. So let me add to it. I also told her that she should tell her HOD officially, because you see, coaching relationship, mentoring is not assumed. People think it's assumed. No, it's an intentional relationship, conscious relationship. So I told her that she should tell the HOD that Oga in Nigerian parlance, it means boss. Yeah, Oga, I want you to be my mentor. I want you to guide me and everything. From then, she had someone that was advocating for her in the workplace. These are real life issues, not fables. So action point. Let me give you action point on this particular slide. We do action points. I'm not a motivational speaker. There must be something you do. Whether you now do it or not is not my fault. I must give you call to action. So action point. Number one that I'm going to give you, map, power, and influence. So how to start engaging in an ethical manner at work. Map, power, and influence. Map, 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 power, and influence. So you want to ask yourself, I'm explaining it now. Who are the key decision makers, either in my department or at the organization at large? Number two, who do people listen to, even if they don't have title? You want to be in the good book of such people, right? So that is what I mean by map, power, and influence. Number two is increase your visibility. We have spoken about increasing visibility in the workplace in about 2 or 3 of our webinars. So it will keep coming up, because if you're not seen, you can't be promoted. If you're not seen, you'll not be heard. If you're not heard, you'll not be remembered. If you're not remembered, you're forgotten at one side. So you need to understand how to increase your visibility. You need to volunteer for high impact projects. I spoke extensively about this yesterday. I'm not going to talk again about it. You need to speak up with value in meetings. So go above and beyond the call of meeting. Don't just warm bench. Don't just say, oh, I'm not a management staff. Contribute meaningfully, contribute intelligently, contribute with wisdom, that decision makers will notice you. Who is this babe? Who is this guy? Who is this dude? We need to pay attention to him. Increase summary updates after your project milestone. Write a report, even if you are not asked. Send it all of them. They will file it. Is on record. Internal email. Send it to the key influencers. Copy decision makers that are not necessarily in your department. This is what I have done. And sometimes blind copying is also politics. So nobody even knows that someone else is aware of it. It's office politics. Guys, I need you to become wise as serpent. You have been too gentle as dove. But he says, be gentle as dove and wise as serpent. Why do we either consciously or unconsciously ignore being wise as serpent? Think about it. Number 3, build genuine relationships. Remember, we're looking at action points, how you can engage ethically at work. Build genuine relationship. You want to check on people beyond your direct team. Check on people beyond your department. That is how people will love you. When people love you, they will advocate for you. They will fight for you when you are not there. Help others without expecting immediate returns. Help your superiors, help your colleagues, help your subordinates. Number 4, avoid gossip and complaint. Some people's personal brand in the workplace, you are always gossiping, you are always complaining. If there's any award for backbiters, you will collect the award. Please stay neutral publicly. Stay neutral. But don't be quoted for running someone down. Address issues if you need to address it directly and through the right channel. What you can't say in front of someone, don't say at the back, and you're saying it to a group of 4 or 5. You don't know whether that person is in that. They will quote you. Then the person starts victimizing you without telling you that he heard what you said. Yeah, that's what happens in workplace. Silence cannot be quoted. Write it down. Silence cannot be quoted. Silence cannot be quoted. So avoid gossip, avoid complaint. It's one of the reasons you have not been promoted, but nobody will tell you. Number 5, observe the culture of the organization you are in. This is important. Look at pattern. Every organization have patterns. So it is your responsibility to understand the pattern. I call it pattern recognition. How are promotion made in my bank? How are promotion made in my insurance company? How are promotion made in my telecoms company? What certifications are people acquiring that is making them get promoted? What behavior do they display that is getting them promoted? Hey, nobody will tell you. Then observe the culture, as I was saying, understand who gets rewarded at work and why they get rewarded. When you understand the success formula, you can duplicate it. That's why I tell people that a success you cannot duplicate is a fluke. It was just a guesswork. I want you to remember that. I said it yesterday. If you're not at the table, you may be on the menu. If you're on the table, you're making decisions, you are bowling with decision makers, you're in the good book of decision makers. That is what being at the table means. If you're on the menu, you're the one they will remove your name from the list of people going for a conference in UK, in US. So if you're on the table, you are bowling. If you're on the menu, you'll be eating. So learn the game, play it with honor, win without compromise. So I'm going to go straight into 5 unwritten rules. 5 unwritten rules for workplace. Please stay with me. 5 unwritten rules for workplace. I promised you that I was going to share that with you. But before I do that, let me share with you, for the benefit of people seeing this for the first time, we have a conference this Saturday at Joari Rotana. And I'm going to tell you this, guys. there are events, and there are events that matters. This is not just an event. This is an event that matters, from ideas to execution conference. A lot of organizations, a lot of individuals, they have ideas, but they lack the strategy, the tools to convert their ideas into execution. So they keep doing committee meeting, they keep doing this, both at an individual level and at an organizational level. So this conference is going to help you bridge the gap, how to convert ideas to execution at an organizational level, at an individual level. The conversations are out of the box. This is not a regular conference. There are moments and there are defining moments. Saturday, 14th June is a defining moment, a Kairos moment. You know, we have two types of time. You have Chronos and you have Kairos. It's a Kairos moment for the people sensitive. This is not another conference with another talk where people sit down and do panel discussion. They just talk, share their stories, share their wins, but they're not telling people what they did to win. That's what happens in most events. As a matter of fact, we don't have panel discussion. So this event, I am inviting everyone. It's almost sold out. VIP, we had 40 tickets for VIP, 35 sold. Two people called, I spoke with two people. I'm not sure if they are in this meeting at the moment. Before now, that they are purchasing two. Me, I don't lie. And when I say certain things, I like to prove it. Karen, are you in this meeting? I just hope so. Karen, if you're in this meeting, let me know. Karen spoke with me with her boss that they want two tickets. So that means we have
I am here, Dr. Shogo.
That is Karen. That she was the one that called me. I spoke with her boss that they want two VIP tickets. So we have 3 left for VIP. I'm saying this and I'm bragging in an humble manner. It's not as if we are begging for people to come. Value does not beg. But it's good and sweet if all of us can win together. You know, in life, we have 3 categories of people. People that make things happen, people that watch things happen, people that wonder what happened. This is an event you don't want to miss. The regular is 40,000. The VIP is 100,000. The VIP also comes with benefits, light refreshment. It comes with a professional photo shoot, portrait shot that you can use for your LinkedIn or any professional engagement that your pictures are required. It comes with front row seating, reserved seating. Please invest in your people. There's a statement we say in training and development that in L&D, learning and development, that if you don't train them, don't blame them. Your employees, your staff, they can't perform beyond the investment you have made inside them as an organization. Now, I'm speaking to organizations. At an individual level, you are waiting for a company to develop you. No, you owe yourself to develop yourself, because personal development is your personal responsibility and you can't outsource it. So at an individual level, company is not paying for you, pay for yourself. So companies, if you're a decision maker in an organization, you can pay for 5 of your staff. The company can pay. The company can sponsor 10 people, 3 people, 5 people from your team to attend the conference. And I'm going to say this, for people that know me, I'm so practical, I'm bold, and my mouth is not good because I'm sure of what I carry. My mouth is not good in the positive way. Don't just pay for them to attend. No, that's not what I want. It's not about your money. Don't just pay for them to attend. An organization paid yesterday for 5 staff, DCB. It's not about you paying, I've gotten their money, that's fine. No, I don't want it at that. For everyone any organization pays for, they will come and do presentation of what they learned in the office. so that people that did not attend can gain. That is what I want. That is what I am asking for. And that is how this change that we are trying to effect. I'm on a mission in this country, even though I don't live here. So that the change, so that we can have that domino effect. So now that we pay for 5 people, they come back, they are not accountable. So I am begging you, I am requesting, I am suggesting, if a decision maker in an organization, let your company pay for 5 people, 10 people. We have 2 packages, 40,000 and 100,000. If you are wondering what the package of the 100,000 includes, this is it here. Priority seating, front row reserve seating for optimal stage view and comfort. You have a VIP networking session. You have light refreshment. Don't think I will give you ugali. No, it's not ugali. Something light. Then you have professional headshots. Yeah, for your personal branding and LinkedIn use. You have a digital certificate of VIP participation. Then you have discounted access to post-event masterclass. Before we go into the next slide, Brenda, you are raising up your hand. What's up? Is it a mistake or you want to ask a question? Feel free.
Yes, I wanted to ask regarding the ticketing because since yesterday I'm trying to procure the 100,000 and it's not working out. Are they already sold out or?
No, they're not already sold.
Even now, even now, I went in, but when I reach the confirm the order, I don't get the OTP to proceed. So it has been like this
So what
yesterday.
exactly is the challenge? Because yesterday night, we paid for the bank because the bank sent their money to a particular bank account and it was paid. So I don't know what is happening. This morning, I'm not sure if Karen and our boss have paid, but the portal is functional. So let me repost the link for the benefit of other people that
Okay.
are not aware. So let me
Because
quickly.
once I reach confirm the order, I don't get the
But there's
OTP
a
via
phone
order
number. There's also a
confirm.
phone number. There's also a phone number that on that website that you can reach out to. Don't allow situations and challenges prevent you. So there's a number on that on the registration portal that you can. It's even a live chat link, if I'm not mistaken, that you can chat that you're trying to pay for this. Then they can quickly sort it out for you. Thank you for raising. Thank you for raising that concern. Thank you for raising that concern. Yeah, so it will be sorted. So Brenda, please attempt it again, all right? So this is the
Okay, well.
so this is the link for people seeing it for the first time. Don't allow and registration, we'll take registration at the venue. That is if the hall that is if the venue is not sold out. So you can also come and register at the venue. I guess they'll be able to sort you out as well. So don't let anything prevent you from showing up. So I've shared the link in the chat room. Kindly copy the link. You might also want to do this. You want to take a screenshot. You want to take a screenshot of this flyer. We have a WhatsApp community for Tanzanians where I teach for free. The colored flyer is in the community, and that's where we also share other information. I'm going to share the link as we proceed, but let's go on. Okay, let me quickly catch up in the chat room. I saw several messages just now, but I was engrossed in explaining. Okay. Okay, Masha, I will not read that. Yeah. Okay, Lydia.
Sorry.
Lydia
Yes,
Django, Lydia Django, for everyone, in case you overlooked the chat room, when I mentioned Kairos moment, I know quite a number of people might not know what Kairos moment is. Lydia probably went to Google it and she has copied the definition of a Kairos moment. Kairos moment talks about opportune time. Kairos moment don't come every time. Chronos, we live in Chronos every day. But there are things and moments and opportunities that are very slippery, that is a defining moment. So Kairos moment is an opportune time, a critical time when conditions are right for an important action or change. So a shift is about to take place in an organization. A shift is about to take place in someone's life at this point in time. That you are in this webinar is not a coincidence. It is divine. So Saturday, you don't want to make that Saturday conversation. Be intentional with about the room you put yourself in. The energy in those rooms matters. So please don't miss out. All right. Marsha, don't throw away your lipstick. All right, guys. So let's look at the unwritten, let's quickly look at the unwritten rules. 5 of them. Of course, there can be more than 5, but I just want to spotlight 5 of them for us. In any workplace, that's what I called it. So in any workplace. So let's look at 5 unwritten rules of every workplace. 5 unwritten rules of every workplace. Can you guys do me this favor once again? Quickly help me copy that webinar link and share with someone. Thank you. All right, so let's quickly look at 5 unwritten rules of every workplace. Whether we're aware of it or not, every workplace, every society, they have silent rules. And the sooner you learn them, the faster you rise. Unfortunately, these rules are not found. They're not found in your employee handbook, but they shape who grows in the organization, they shape who gets heard, and they shape who stays stuck. So I'm going to break them down for you one by one quickly. Number 1, power dynamics. Power dynamics and decision influencers. That's what I've called number 1. Power dynamics and decision influencers. Let me quickly explain. You see, the person with the title isn't always the one calling the shots. Let me say that again. The person with the title isn't always the person calling the shot. And I'm going to give you one illustration, just broadly speaking. Some countries, we have president, but trust me, it is not that president ruling the nation. There are some cabal ruling the nation through the president. So let's just leave it at that. The same thing is applicable in organizations. So every organization have a formal structure. They have organogram, they have organizational chart, but there's also an informal structure. A web, it's a clique of influencers, a clique of gatekeepers, a clique of power players. I mentioned 3 things. A web of influencers, gatekeepers, and power players. You step on any of them's toes, you are gone. So what this means is that some people have positional power, like you are the CEO, you are the manager, you are the HOD. Others have relational or informational power. So for example, the executive assistant that controls the calendar of a CEO, or the HR person which everyone confides in. The HR that knows the salary of each everyone. The HR that knows who is collecting loan every time. Informational power. So, Doc, how do I use this? You need to be able to identify influencers, not just your superiors. It might amaze you, an influencer could be your subordinate. In one of the classes, one of the webinars we had, I said sometimes your gateman has power, but you don't know, because the gateman is the cousin of the CEO, and the CEO have instructed him, watch this person for me, watch everyone for me. Every night when they meet at home, because the gateman lives in his boys' quarter, they discuss. So who should we fire? How is this person? Do you think this person is for us or against us, but pretending as if it's for us? Don't look down on anybody, guys. Those are influencers. Pay attention to who people defer to, even in casual chat. You hear something like, oh, let me go and ask Marsha first. Let me go and ask Marsha. Even in casual chat, then it means there's something about Marsha in that organization. So you want to build alliances with connectors, because connectors are the people that open doors that you did not know existed. Now, I'll give you an example, and I will give you statistics. In an aviation firm, a middle-level staffer who I know that is called Brenda always had access to this COO. not because of the rank she occupies, but because she solved high-level problems quickly and was trusted with discretion. So she was later handpicked to lead a major expansion. Do you know that there's a statistics by Harvard Review? They found that employees who built networks across departments, they are 42% more likely to be considered for leadership roles, even without senior titles. Guys, we need to wake up. That's number one. So let's look at number two. Relationship capital matters more than job title. Unwritten rules in the workplace. Relationship capital matters more than job title. Are we gaining value?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. So, I said relationship capital matters more than job title because it is not just what you know, it is who knows you. It is not just what you know, but who knows you. Who knows you at work and trusts you is very important. Let me tell you, wealthy people, for example, they have financial capital. High-performing professionals, you need relational capital. That is, you need trust, you need goodwill, and you need access. And this is built over time. What this means is that you can be the best at your job, but if no one trusts you, you will still be overlooked. People recommend, promote, and protect those that they like and connect with. Let me say that again. People recommend, promote, and protect those that they like and they connect with. So, in fact, there's a book called Likability Factor. Guys, go and look for it. There's a book called Likability Factor. How likable you are influences how well or quick you grow in the workplace. So how do I use this relational capital that we say it matters? Be genuinely helpful to your colleagues without an agenda. Follow up and check in even when you don't need something from them. Offer support during other high pressure moments for other people. It might not even be in your department. You say, oh, can I quickly type it for you? I'm less busy. Hey, the person will not forget. Do you know that according to Gallup, there is a research that managers who have strong relationships with their team members, they see 21% higher productivity and 37% lower absenteeism. That is 21 improvement in productivity and effectiveness and 37% of their team members, 37% in the number of their team members that stay absent from meetings. Number three, perception often trumps performance. Perception often trumps performance. Let me tell you, how people see you can shape your career more than what you actually do. We're perceptive human animals. How people see you can change your career more than what you actually do. Perception is reality. So, and as a result of this, if you are perceived as rude, for example, disinterested or unapproachable, your work can be ignored and undervalued. Do you know, for example, sometimes introverts, because they don't talk, they're not lousy, they just mind their business and go. Do you know that that attitude can be perceived by some people as proud? And because of that, they deny them of opportunities. Guys, see, me, I'm not a coach. When I do this like this, I'm speaking from my heart because I had a brainwave. In the workplace, let me open your eyes to something. There's a difference between the personality, between your personal, stay with me very well and write it down if you want to write. There's a difference between your personal personality and the personality of your role. It is not everybody that are lucky or favored or blessed that the personality, their personal personality is the same as the personality their role requires. So for example, what do I mean? You can be an introvert, but you are occupying an extroverted role. You have to be able to match the two. You have to tell your personal personality that this is my personality. Stay. When I leave work, I will wear you back. Also, a lot of people find it hard, and that is the beginning, the genesis of their problem in the workplace. For some of you, you're an extrovert. You are occupying a role that requires discretion, keeping secret, keeping quiet. You don't know how to do it. You will have to learn it if you want to succeed. Perception often trumps performance. So if you're perceived in a wrong way, definitely people will shortchange you at work. So what this means that your colleagues, your bosses, they may assess your attitude, your energy, your communication style as much as your result, and that is the truth. So you could be seen as difficult, even if you're not difficult, even maybe it's because you are shy, or maybe because you are concentrating on your work, and this will affect how much they trust you and how much they commit into your hand, or how much opportunity they let you have access to. So how do I use this unwritten rule of perception trumping performance? Number one, be visible. So present your work clearly. Don't hide behind emails. Sometimes, oh, boss, I just came to say hello. Some of you will say it's hero worship. I hear you. Number two, be positive and proactive in meetings. Perception builds influence. Let people notice you. Do you even know that on social media, one of the ways to gain followers is comment on people that have followers, high followers. Comment with intelligence and wisdom. People will come and look at you and follow you. I am telling you a trade secret. You have to learn the art of self-advocacy without arrogance. Speak up for yourself. Speak up for yourself. There's a study by Center for Talent Innovation. They revealed that executive presence, that is how you are perceived, it accounts for 26% of what it takes to get promoted. Come on. 26% a joke, guys. Executive presence. Executive presence, in summary, is about how you are perceived at work, how you are perceived in the marketplace. It accounts for 26% of what it takes to get promoted. Let's go to number four. Number four is silence can be misinterpreted as weakness. Silence can be misinterpreted as weakness. Please, 1 minute, please. Silence can be misinterpreted as weakness, guys. I'm trying to quickly do something. You know, I ordered for food, so I'm trying to quickly sort it out. So please kindly mute yourself if you are, please kindly mute yourself. All right. Yeah. So I said silence can be misinterpreted as weakness. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to me, my brothers and sisters. If you don't speak for yourself, someone else might. And when they do, it will definitely not be in your favor. So a lot of professionals, they stay quiet because they don't want drama or they don't want to brag. But let me tell you, your silence is not neutrality. Silence is not neutrality in the workplace. It is often seen as you being passive or you lack initiative. So what am I trying to say now? How do I use this unwritten rule? How can I use it to my advantage? For you, for example, not contributing in meetings, it may make you look as disengaged. So they will say that guy that is not always talking in a meeting, who knows where his mind is always going. Whereas you are soaking in everything that is going on, but you're not just saying anything. But people perceive you as you are lost. You are having a meeting in Jerusalem. They see you as your mind is in Karatu, your mind is in Marangu, your mind is in your mind is in Arusha. That you are doing something else. So not defending your work allows others to take credit or question your work. So silence in terms of conflict actually makes people assume guilt or weakness. So learn to speak up for yourself, guys. So how do I use it? Speak up strategically and respectfully, especially in decision-making spaces. I also want you to practice the I statement to express your ideas or correct misinterpretation or misconceptions. I statement. I want to say this. I want to suggest this. No, I want to correct that notion. This is very important. Learn to contribute, to document your contributions and share your outcomes publicly. This is very important. In a banking team meeting, Sandra's project idea was ignored until another team member mentioned it later and got praised. From then on, she started presenting her ideas with more clarity and confidence, and she started getting the credit. Let's look at number 5. Number 5, politics exist in every organization. So if you are thinking that, let me resign and go to somewhere else, you will not meet politics there. There might be stronger politics waiting for you there. So politics exists in every organization. Learn the rules or get ruled. That's how I want you to write number 5. Politics exists in every organization. Learn the rules or get ruled. So you can't opt out of office politics, guys. You can only learn to play it smart or you get played. So whether you like it or not, every team has politics. Alliances, unwritten expectations, and shifting loyalty. This means that politics, I want you to write down this equation. Politics is equal to people dynamics plus power dynamics. Write it down. Politics is equal to people dynamics plus power dynamics. Every group of humans, we have invisible rules. Know them, or if you don't know them, those rules will work against you. So how do I use it? I want you to understand your company's decision-making rhythm. Who influences what? What matters most to leaders? You want to ask mentors how things really work. What is unsaid about the unexpected? Stay aware, but don't get entangled. Play the game with integrity. This is very important. At a media company, decisions were made informally. Lunch hour with executives. So new staff who never showed up were always in the dark because they were not there. So once Daniel started joining casually, he got invited to more important projects. So like I told you in one of the meetings, you see those banters after official weekly meeting. People wait to greet boss, greet people from their department. Some informations that were not said in the meeting, they pass themselves around. But you, serious student, they finish the meeting immediately. You carry your folder, you carry your phone, you rush into your cubicle. You are losing out. Do you know that there's something by LinkedIn study, workplace study specifically that I read? It said 76% of professionals, they agree that knowing how to navigate internal politics is crucial to career growth. I want to, based on what we were talking about, as per people that have difficulty, I want to share a particular phone number so that if anyone has difficulty, the guys handling the ticketing. So let me just drop the phone number in the group. So if you have difficulty with registration, just call and mention that, oh, you're trying to register for From Ideas to Execution Conference. And so let me just post the number. I just had that brainwave. 752 752 0 3 0 0 3 2. That's the CEO of Tokyo. His name is Sapi. Yeah. So you have the phone number in the group. So your ticketing issues can be sorted. Let me check. I saw. All right, Brenda, thank you for writing the. Yes, silence can be interpreted as weakness, the fear of speaking. Why you know the answer? Ah, I beg you. Silence is not always gold, you know. Silence is not always gold, you know. Silence is not always golden, my people. Yeah, silence, especially in the workplace. So I want you to know that every workplace, they have their rules written in ink, and other rules are written in whispers. So don't just work hard. Learn the hidden rules and play with wisdom. I want you all in this meeting to win with honor. Let me quickly share how to build ethical influence. Let's look at that. How to build ethical influence. How to build ethical influence. You don't have to play dirty in order for you to rise. I need you to know that. You just need to play smart, you need to serve deep, and you need to stay visible. In fact, I think is worth writing. You don't have to play dirty to rise. Just play smart, serve deep, and stay visible. Finish. Because in 21st century, in the workplace today, influence is the new currency. I want you to know that influence is the new currency. And it doesn't have to come, your influence doesn't have to come from flattering people. It doesn't have to come from flattery. It doesn't have to come from manipulation. It doesn't have to come from eye service. Ethical influence is about building trust. I want you to write that down as your definition. Ethical influence is about building trust, credibility, and impact without losing your integrity. C'est fini. So, coach, how do I build ethical influence at work? I will share 4 ways and we'll move to the next subtitle. How do I build ethical influence at work? Number 1, building alliances without brown nosing. Building alliances without brown nosing. See, let me tell you, respect beats flattery and result outlast sweet talk. So when we look at influence, influence flows through relationship, yeah? But not all relationships are built equally. People can tell when you are fake or just trying to secure a favor. So when we look at ethical alliances, they are mutually respectful partnership. It is not one-sided praise sessions. No. So leaders actually respect those who bring value, not just those who complement them. This is very important. So how do I do this as an employee? How do I do this as someone in this webinar at the moment that you want to understand building alliances without brown nosing? Brown nosing is eye service, right? Number 1, ask insightful questions in meetings. Ask insightful questions instead of just agreeing with your boss. You are just always nodding your head, nodding your head. End of year party, if there's any award for nodding head, some people will get that award. Everything, nodding, yes, 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 yes. So ask insightful questions during meetings. Offer to support leaders' initiative with action, not just flattery. So you want to say something like, oh, I noticed Q2 report are delayed. Can I help to streamline the data collection? People will notice you. Who is this guy? People are running from work and task. This guy is volunteering. You want to show interest in shared success, not just personal gain. I'll give you an example. A tech firm, let's say Aisha, she flattered her team lead. She never flattered her team lead, rather, but she consistently delivered early and she helped others in her team to succeed. She provided honest feedback whenever she was asked. Guess what happened to Aisha? She was later nominated by that same leader for a cross-department leadership program. According to Corporate Leadership Council, do you know that employees seen as collaborative and trustworthy, they are 36 more likely to be recommended for advancement than those seen as yes people. So yes people is not an advantage, it's not a plus. And when you talk about research, why I quote research, some of this research, they were done across 10,000 people, 5,000 people, 1 million people. So the pattern has been established. It is not just a random statistics. No. So let's look at the power of strategic visibility. Please permit me not to spend much time on this because we have dwelt a lot on visibility. So if your work is excellent but invisible, you have only done half of the job. A lot of professionals in the workplace, you think my work will speak for me. Yes, it might speak for you, but only if the right people can hear it. So your work might be speaking to your subordinate. They know that, oh, your chief is good, but your superiors don't know chief is good. So strategic visibility means that you intentionally show up in conversations, decisions, and reports that matters. That is what visibility means. It's not about bragging. So for example, for my conference, our conference on Saturday, it's not a conference for students. It's not a conference for job seekers, as it were, really. Yeah, a few of them might be there. I network people. I know the people that have registered. I know the demography of 80%. So you have a business. It is a good place to pitch your business. We have tables. We have tables for people that sell stuffs. Just 4. I gave out 4 tables at 1 million for you to just be able to display your goods, meet contact, make sales. What do I know? So it's not enough to be doing something good. Are you being seen by the right people? So when we talk about strategic visibility, it's not about bragging. It's just professional storytelling. So Doc, how do I do these things? Guys, learn to communicate your results in meetings. Ask to present your update in cross-functional teams. Share your wins publicly and include your team when you're doing so. That's important. McKinsey's study showed that high visibility employees are 30% more likely to be promoted within 18 months than those who operate quietly behind the scenes. Let me say that again. McKinsey said high visibility employees are 30% more likely to be promoted within 18 months than those who operate quietly behind the scenes. Number 3, give first. There's a principle I call give first. Give first principle. Serve your way to influence. Let me tell you guys, the fastest way to rise is by lifting others. So when you give, you are creating relational equity. I'm going to give you guys an assignment. For people in my inner circle, they know what I'm talking about because I've taught it and I've mentioned it to them. It is called EBA. EBA is an acronym for emotional bank account. You can't withdraw from an account you have not deposited in. Serve your way. Do you have relational equity with people? You have not invested in my life. You want to withdraw from my life. How? It's applicable in the workplace. It's applicable in the life at large. I've given you as an assignment. I didn't create that acronym. It's something that it's a thing. Just Google it, emotional bank account. Read everything you can, then learn how to do it. For people that are stingy, that is why you don't get help when you need help. What do I know? So I said giving creates relational equity. When people experience your generosity, I mean, it might not be money, time, expertise, experience, listening here. They trust you, they will support you, they will advocate for you. So influence grows when you give without keeping score. Offer your skills, offer your ideas, offer your support generously, especially to your colleagues, to your peers, to your junior staff. So how do you do it? Mentor someone in your department. For all of you, I'm talking to everybody here right now. You don't have someone you are mentoring. If you don't have, I'm not rude, but permit me to say shame on you. It's not good. You're a leader without a follower at a personal level in your organization. Mentor someone in your department, either formally, either informally. You see opportunities, share with people, share templates, share tools, give feedback generously, volunteer for cross-functional projects where you can add value. All these are very good. A LinkedIn survey found that employees who actively mentor others, they experience career satisfaction. Hey, because you can sleep with your two eyes closed, that because of me, someone is getting better. So, employees who actively mentor others, they experience career satisfaction and they are 2.5 times higher and enjoy faster upward mobility. Number 4, practice emotional intelligence when navigating power circles. That's very important. When you are in power, your EQ is your elevator pitch. Your EQ is your elevator in the workplace. So, for example, in rooms where power is concentrated, you need emotional intelligence. So, emotional intelligence becomes a critical tool, not just your IQ or credentials. Nandi, I don't know whether Nandi is here. Nandi, are you in this meeting? All right, she's not. So what this means is that okay, I'm going to tell you the story of Nandi. She was in a meeting. She works in an institution here in Tanzania, but its head office is outside, is somewhere in North Africa. So they had meetings with their bosses across all the regions. So she was telling me that it was a webinar, Teams, that someone was saying I did not contribute and everything. He said, what do I want to contribute where my bosses are and they did not call my name? I told her that is wise of you. Emotional intelligence is your ability to read the room. I called her out so that she can confirm it. Me, I don't lie. I don't sweet talk. I don't. I have results. I know what I'm teaching, and I have experience. So I said, EQ is your ability to read the room, manage your emotion, and respond wisely to others. So influential people, they just don't react. They respond with clarity and calm. So you need to be able, how do I do this? You need to be able to understand non-verbal cues. Who is silent? Who is dominating this conversation? Who is being ignored? So when you disagree, use respectful assertiveness. I have a different take. May I share it? Build bridges. Don't build clique in the workplace. Let me say that again. Build bridges. Don't build clique in the workplace. I've told you before, avoid gossip. Stay neutral in tension and listen more than you speak. Talent Smart said that people with high emotional intelligence, they make $29,000 more annually on the average, and they account for 90% of top performance in most organizations. When we look at influence, it's not about controlling people. It's about convincing them with your character, with your consistency, and with your contribution. So this is it, guys. When you combine value with visibility and integrity, you now garnish it with emotional intelligence. You will not just gain influence, you will become indispensable. Let's look at handling difficult colleagues and hidden agendas at work. Handling difficult colleagues, because you always meet them. Let's see if we can rush that. Let me tell you something. Not everyone in the office is difficult. Some just have hidden agendas. They have hidden scripts. The key is for you to learn how to see it, shield it, and still succeed. Let me tell you, 3S. You need to see their hidden agenda, you need to shield yourself, and you still need to succeed. So whether you're in the banking, you're in telecoms, you're in oil and gas, you're in aviation, you're in consulting, difficult people and office politics are part of the landscape. It's an integral part of the landscape, guys. So instead of them letting you drain your energy, it is time for you to become office smart. not just be book smart. Don't just be book smart. You need to be office smart. Let me drink water. Identifying manipulators. That's the first thing I want to talk about. You can call it number one. Identifying manipulators and energy drainers. Ladies and gentlemen, I came to announce to you that not all smiles are sincere. Not all smiles are sincere. Some people are smiling at you and stabbing you at the back. And not every helping hand is without an agenda in the workplace. So we have the manipulator. Manipulator is that colleague who will play nice in public, but they scheme in private. They may throw you under the bus in front of management or take credit for your work in a subtle manner. Then we have the energy drainers. These ones, they constantly complain, they gossip, they pull you into an emotional chaos. Just 10 minutes with them, you are mentally exhausted. So let's look at red flags. Red flags for these people, manipulator and energy drainer. Number one, they only contact you when they need something at work. Number two, they never take responsibility for mistake. They are quick to blame. Number three, they triangulate conversations. So for example, they will say, Tricia said you are not pulling your weight. Number four, they complain about everyone else, especially the management. So what do you do with these people? How do you handle them? Number one, be cordial, not close. Keep your conversation short, keep it professional, and focus on your work. Number two, document everything. Keep email trace when collaborating with a manipulative teammate, because they can deny that they didn't say something or they did. So let them send it through an email. And number three, trust patterns, not promises. So if someone's behavior keeps repeating, my dear, believe that behavior. Number two, setting boundaries without being aggressive. This is how to handle difficult colleagues and hidden agendas. Setting boundaries without being aggressive. You don't need to shout to be firm. Boundaries are fences. They are not walls. So setting boundaries is not rude. It is just responsible. I need to let you know that without boundaries, you will say yes to everything. And this will make you burn fast and you become resentful. So you want to say, I would love to help, but I'm on a tight deadline. So maybe I can do it for you after Thursday. That's when they bring a task to you. Or you want to say something like, let's keep this professional, please. I prefer not to discuss personal matters at work. You want to say something like, can we stick to what's on the agenda? I want to respect everyone's time. So let me give you 3 tips. Number one, be clear, not defensive. You don't need to explain every no. No. Number two, use your tone as a tool. Be calm but confident. This is more powerful than being loud and emotional. Then number 3, set time limit. I have 10 minutes. What's up? This can save you from 1 hour energy sapping conversation or chat. Number 3, strategies for dealing with gossip, favoritism, or sabotage. I want you to write this quote down. If gossip is a virus, then neutrality is your mask. So let's look at gossip. In a context of gossip, sometimes they just want to pull you out of your shell and just feel your heartbeat or your pulse about a matter. Stay neutral, guys. Stay neutral. It's a trap. Don't join. Don't react. So use non-committal statement like, oh, really? Oh, I did not notice that. Then leave that place. Let me tell you a secret. There's no secret in the office. So never assume confidentiality in the office. Even a casual chat, it can go into the room and go viral. Be careful. So favoritism. You don't have power over who your boss like, but you can control your value. So become so good at what you do that even the favorite want to work with you. Then request for direct feedback from your supervisors to ensure that your performance is not sidelined by clicks. That's all. Sabotage. Keep records. So if for example, if a colleague forgets to copy you on an important email regularly, document it and raise it in a tactful manner. If your name is dragged in the mud, don't retaliate. Ask for a clarifying conversation. I heard my name came up during the team review. Can we talk about it? This is very important. Nadine, in aviation, she found herself constantly left out of strategic meetings by a senior colleague who felt threatened by her. So instead of reacting emotionally, she created a monthly impact report that she shared with her joint boss, highlighting her wins, challenges, and contributions. Guess what? Within 3 months, she was added to the core team. I want you to know that you can't control people's motives, but you can control your energy, your ethics, and your execution. I'll say that again. You can't control people's motives, but you can control your energy, your ethics, and your execution. Don't let difficult colleagues shrink your confidence or slow your growth. If we have few business owners here, for some of you, it will not be colleague, it will be customers. So never allow your colleagues shrink your confidence or slow your growth. With clarity, composure, and courage, you can rise even in a tricky environment. This is very important. So I'll talk to you about using political savvy without compromising value. Using political savvy without compromising value. You don't have to play dirty to play smart. Ethical influence is the new power move. You can be politically smart without becoming morally bankrupt. This is very important. Pressure in the workplace is high. From boardrooms in banking and oil and gas to open plan office in telecoms and aviation. Playing this game of politics is not optional, guys. There's a truth that is not taught in any business school. You can be politically smart without becoming morally bankrupt. So let's look at influence versus manipulation. Let's know the difference. Influence versus manipulation. So draw a line, 2 columns. On your left-hand side, you have influence. On your right-hand side, you have manipulation. So let me just give 3 highlights under influence. Influence is built on trust and transparency. That's number 1. Influence, number 1, built on trust and transparency. Number 2, long-term credibility. Number 3, empowers others. Number 4, values collaboration. Manipulation on the other side. Number 1, built on deception and control. Number 2, short-term gain, long-term loss. Number 3, uses others. Number 4, exploit relationships. Never trade your peace for position. Never trade your peace for a position. I just wanted to learn that. So being political savvy is not about backstabbing, it is about back covering. True wise choices, clear boundaries, and strategic influence. I want you to know that you don't need to cheat in the workplace to win. You just have to learn the game, play the game with grace, and never lose yourself in the process. Let me say that again. Learn the game, play it with grace, and never lose yourself in the process. Let me quickly share with you the strategic employee playbook. I think this is useful for everyone. Not every loud voice has power, and not every quiet one is powerless. But every strategic employee understands the system and they play smart. The corporate environment we know is already complex, irrespective of the background or specialization. So it is not just enough to work hard, you've got to be strategic. So let me quickly unlock this playbook I created for you. Number 1, how to stay informed in the workplace without getting involved in drama. I want you to be aware of everything. Participate in only what builds. Be aware of everything, but participate only in what builds. You don't have to gossip to be in the know. Let me tell you what strategic employees does. Strategic employees develop corporate intelligence. I want you to write the word down, corporate intelligence. It is not by eavesdropping, it is by building intentional awareness. Dr. Shogo, how do I build intentional awareness at work? Number 1, build wide networks. Build wide networks. So build wide networks across your teams, not just your department, so that you can hear updates from multiple angles. Sometimes there's an information finance knows, logistics are not aware about it. So listen more than you talk. So listen more, talk less. I realize that strategic people at work, they don't volunteer unnecessary opinions. Then attend informal places very well. You see that lunch, that all-way conversation, attend it, but maintain professional distance. Learn to say thank you for the update. Let's see how things play out. Instead of, oh, that's typical of her, always causing problem. You can be quoted and you will get punished. So being neutral doesn't mean that you are naive. It means that you are emotionally mature. Then another thing I want you to do as your playbook is leverage strategic mentorship and sponsorship. Mentorship, leverage mentorship and sponsorship. You see, there will be a reason some people keep rising at work. It is not always because of their brilliance. Sometimes it is because someone in the organization is pulling them up behind closed doors. So you need to understand understand mentorship and sponsorship at work. So I want you to drop two columns. On your left-hand side, mentorship. On your right-hand side, sponsorship. So who is a mentor at work? Or what is mentorship about in the workplace? Number one, it gives you advice. Number two, it can happen informally. Number three, it talks to you. Now let's look at sponsorship. Sponsorship, number one, gives you access. Sponsorship happens strategically and talks about you in rooms that you are not in. That is a sponsor. I'm getting tired, so I can't explain them. That's why I'm listing, because talks about you in rooms you are not and happens strategically is deep, but I want to believe that you can decode it. So what do you need to do? You need to identify mentors in your department. You need to identify mentors in your industry. Don't wait for formal programs. Just start a relationship. Ask, can I take you out for lunch and learn about how you navigated your career path? This is someone that has done 15 years ahead of you. You are just starting. You are 2 years. You are 5 years. Take them out. Or you want to deliver excellence consistently so that potential sponsor, they will trust your capacity. Let your goals be known. Sponsors won't push your name if they don't know your direction. So you want to say something like, in the next 6 to 12 months, I would like to position for a team lead role. Any advice you can give me? See, that is wisdom. See, let me tell you, if there's no one fighting for you in rooms where decisions are made, your growth will be delayed. Number three, document your wins, manage up, and position for promotion. I will leave it at that. I will not explain it. Because I'm tired, really. But my takeaway is that strategic employees, they just don't survive the workplace. They rise in it. They stay out of drama. They stay close to wisdom. They stay visible without being noisy. And they stay ready for their next level. So I want you to ask yourself, am I just employed or am I strategically employed? I want you to step up. I want you to speak smart. I want you to rise up with grace. You see, let me, once again, I mentioned two keywords, mentor and sponsor. You see, a mentor is someone who gives you wisdom at work. A mentor is someone who gives you feedback. A mentor is someone who gives you guidance. But a sponsor is someone who mentions your name in rooms you are not in. They recommend you for roles. They recommend you for projects. And they recommend you for promotions. Please find a mentor, either within your organization or outside the organization. You want to say something like, oh, I admire your career journey. Would you be open to a 30-minute coffee? You know, and also you to be mentor worthy. Have the right attitude. Don't be rude. Don't be proud. Show hunger to grow, not entitlement. And the way to look for sponsors in the workplace is to consistently show up strong where your decision makers can see your excellence. Take initiative. Loyalty to your company is a noble thing. Loyalty to your growth is non-negotiable. So being strategic is not about being fake. It means understanding the game, playing the game with intelligence, and making sure your value is not hidden in a folder or buried under drama. I want you to build with noise. I want you to build without noise. I want you to climb without stepping on toes. I want you to advance without apology. This is the new workplace wisdom. As we conclude, I want you to play smart and rise strong. This is a critical conversation, but here is one truth that echoes across every industry. Your technical skill may get you the job, but it is your strategic intelligence that keeps you in the room and takes you higher. In the workplace today, in the marketplace today, in the corporate world today, brilliance alone is not enough. You must be ethically strategic, emotionally intelligent, and politically aware, not to manipulate, but to navigate and influence with integrity. I want you to remember, every workplace has power dynamics. Understand the power dynamics. You don't need to be afraid of them. Every team has politics. Don't avoid it. Learn to move smart within it. Perception matters. I need you to learn how to manage it with excellence and not ego. You don't have to play dirty once again to rise. You just have to play smart. So 5 things that you can start doing from today. Number 1, build relationship capital beyond your comfort zone across different departments. Build relationship capital. Number 2, keep a record of your impact. Your monthly wins also matters. Number 3, seek mentors and position yourself for sponsors. Don't walk this journey alone. Don't forget what I said. Some people retire at 35 years and they never understood office politics. You don't want to be that one. Number 4, protect your peace. Don't get trapped in workplace drama. And number 5, practice strategic visibility. Let your work speak and echo. The office is not just a place to work, it is a system to understand. So if you master the system without compromising your value, you won't just survive, guys. You know what? You will thrive, you will influence, and you will rise. Don't just be employed, be empowered. Don't just work hard, be wise, work wise. Don't just show up strategically. Get your team ready. Every workplace is evolving. And the strategic ones are the ones that will own the future. I hope you got value. I hope you got value. I spoke from my heart. I spoke from my heart. So some of these things, I may not be able to repeat it. But since I'm gonna upload it, you have my word. I will have the replay on YouTube. You can catch up with it. I spoke from my heart. Even me, I'm shocked at some of the things I said. Because I saw someone in the chat room mentioning that I should say it again. We're going to take questions, but before then, you can connect with me. If you have never connected with me, you can follow me on Instagram at Dr. Shogo, Facebook at Dr. Shogo. This is my WhatsApp number. You can request to join our Tanzania platform where I teach for free. We have over 550 Tanzanians, and that group has been existing since 2023. So it has passed the test of time. It's not a game, it's not gimmicks. So it's a learning platform. I teach for free on that platform. This morning, I've shared insight from a book I'm reading. I shared 5 insights. I think Built to Scale or something like that. Yeah, it's a new book. It's not out yet, but I shared. Let me share. Let me quickly share with you our WhatsApp community link. So if you want to join our WhatsApp community, it's free, and it's one of the best WhatsApp community you will ever belong, because no noise, no spam. It is strictly learning platform. People are quiet in the place. You post rubbish, I remove you. We're not looking for crowd. Yeah, so it's a very decent platform. I hope you people gained value. Please, you have the WhatsApp community link, WhatsApp link. So you can just click that link to join our WhatsApp group. I hope you gained value. So that is it. Once again, permit me to quickly permit me to quickly talk about this again because it's dear to my heart. And I need you guys to show up for me. I need you guys to show up for yourself. The conference is this Saturday from Ideas to Execution Conference. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Like I said, organizations, I want you to get smart. I want you to understand Kairos movement. I want you to make a good move. Invest in your team, invest in your team. Or if you're an organization, a decision leader, or even if you're a member in an organization, you can suggest that, oh, this event, I think it will benefit us, it will benefit the company, and you will see the effect in the productivity of the company. You can sponsor 10 people or 10 of your staff to attend. Regular is 40,000, VIP is 100,000. I've posted a number in the group, in the chat room. If you have difficulty registering on the portal, just either chat that number via WhatsApp or make a phone call that from Dr. Shogo for Ideas to Execution Conference, you're having difficulty. They will sort you out. They will sort you out gladly, because I've paid them to do that. Yeah. So that is that. If we have any questions, please feel free to ask. I hope we gained value. If you wrote notes, I'm sure you have a textbook by now. Patricia, amen. Brenda, thank you. All right. So any questions? I'll take 2 questions. Then we close the meeting.